Hello there, and this is my map on Minecraft. Here's my whole world on a map. We will be looking at the village today, which is this little bit here with a little arrow. That is my village. Here it starts off with a little, a small market area where people can come here, buy things from the stalls, look around. There's some small features that they can place stuff in here, sort of like a fountain, I think about. Here's a small pathway. I've followed the same designs, and what happened is I worked with, this used to be a village, this used to be a wheat field, where I have adapted and changed into a little house with a minimal amount of materials. Here is like two of these big houses, which I have extended out to allow the staircase and cross them over to make them into a joint house, allowing it to kind of be like a larger house, maybe a B&B for the village or something, but still under construction, as you can see. And then looking at and it's got a small porch area, a little trap pig, which has got a nice little view. And this is just my little, here's a cell that was a little small villager house which one of my friends have adapted to make it look like a prison, and it's small, so it's got just enough size for a prison, and this is how it was. It was one of those small 5x5 with the little roof that has fenced gates. Here's one of these normal ones. As you can see, it's a 5x5 one. As you can see the features there. Where I just made it to a small little upstairs downstairs, as there's not enough space. There's a ladder where you can sleep and have a nice little view, which used to be there, but this village has been expanded. So here is the little footwheel. This is the back of one of the houses, but I'll get to that later. Let's walk across this path. As you can tell, this path I extended, but the majority of it was originally here. Here was one house here with step, and this was another one, and I joined them together. As you can see, they were that separate apart. As you can tell, it's not 3 wide. And here's a little standard interior, and upstairs slightly more decorated, using this basic materials because they were used, and it's got a nice view from a nice open area. I want to try and make that either a park or swings or something, but it still hasn't come to me what I want to build it. And then from this design I developed it a bit further. There's some more wheat fields. I've kept these where they are. And here is my adaptation of it, allowing it to look a bit more decent, as I'm just going to fly up with a nice chimney that you can see. Here's my game attack and Dragon Den. I quite like this. This is a kitchen with a standard little sink, so filled up, and here's a chimney. This is the map, just to give you an idea. This is a staircase down, which leads to a little enchantment chamber. As you can tell, it's flatland. Try to make this house fit in quite well. Small house, chimney goes up into the map, and a nice little view of surroundings. And that's the mountain that I built. I'll put that into a new episode when that comes up. And I will now go to the other house. I had a group of friends come around who, like, friends join the world, and they helped me. One of my friends called Mad Max, called Chris, built this. It's a small, kind of the idea of the size of the 5x5 wide, and we kind of put it levitated using cobblestone as features, and trying to maybe put a flat roof on to make it more stylized. Here's another one he built with just minimal materials, mainly based on the foundations, with a nice small darker interior. Nice, and on the sides I've added small little pools just to add some more interesting things. Okay, and so this is how it's come out. It's come out quite well, and this is the strange house that I adapted from the 5x5. You can tell this is a segment, and then this is a doorway, and there's another one on the other side, and I fold it all the way around to make some big and then I added just features to make it. This isn't the most extravagant house. This wasn't built from an existing house. I just added it. Which has a nice open downstairs, which grand staircase upwards, and it's got a nice open area around here, and then separate bedrooms where you can stand and look out the view over there. I quite like this idea, and the fact that privacy doesn't really matter. There's walls, and these are kind of families with good views around of the different areas here. It frames the little church and the little house. I'm not sure entirely what's going to go outside there yet, but if any of you watch this video and have any good idea suggestions, please leave a comment below. Here is another just his first standing house he built, and it's got basic wood, and it's kind of just a basic house, maybe like just a cheap basic house with a small garden around it. And here is a church which is built from 4 churches combined together. Here are the connections, and there's the connection here, and this is duplicated, and I've combined it. This was higher up here, but I've combined them all together to make a nice little central focal point with gravestones, which is for people who get kicked or grieved, so they can be put on this world to say, but I haven't had any because I've got good control over the people. And so that's that, and I'll show you the inside of the church. Here is the church. It's got simple seating on either side, the main altar in the middle, which has main seating around, so sort of in the round with nice little arches. This was done before the upside down stairs, so these I haven't added any to make it more arch-like. And that's the church. Here's a little small house that was another design, just giving the idea of different materials, which is lit up because of this little inlet. And here's a fountain. This fountain was here where there's cobblestone a little bit here, but because it was in the middle of the pathway, I've moved it over here and kept the cobblestone, as that is the market area. Here is a house. As you can see, there's a wheat field here, and I have there was one right identically across, and I've copied it so the roof is wheat. It's kind of a thatched roof, which is got a nice hole apart from that bit there, which shouldn't be there, and it's got the little stripe in the middle to represent a copied. This was 2 together. This is kind of one of my first ones I did just to show you. Just basic one little house. Here I come to a house that Cognitive Foe built in my world, and it's like an adaptation of that house, and he put lines around it to make it kind of look abandoned, like it's been here for a while. This foundation in each one, of course, of bricks, and interior decorated. And this is the interior space with beds. It restricts the light coming those across, and it's a nice view from the house. Here is the car he built in my world, which is kind of a car, some sides 3 wide, so they fit on the road quite well, and is a caravan truck thing he built, which is for workers, builders, so they can store their equipment in the back. Here is a lorry he built, a truck in front of a lorry, which shows you. Here is another house he built, which is adaptation of the same 5 wide, and it's through like with gaps in the middle, so it can. Which is not interior, but he tried doing a different design, exploring this functions. Hasn't finished it yet, but that's still coming along. Got small bedrooms on either side, or decent sized bedrooms, kind of like a luxury house. Let's go on. That is that. And then here's just another house, another ornament. And that is the village. This is my village I'm currently building. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please leave a like and comment on how I could improve it, on what I could do, and see if there's anything else I can actually do to this world to improve it. Thank you, and